trips.
The Midwest Drive is a riot. Jay Brooks and Brits humor is just so contagious.
It's nice to sit back in the car and listen to it while you're driving.
On the road again.
When I'm in the car, I always turn them on.
Turn it up. Turn up.
Buckle up. You're riding with Jay Brooks and Britt on the Midwest Drive.
Well, we are driving right here into Mason City for a show. Eric Hagen he's got a show tonight. Where at, Eric?
Brix Wine and Whiskey in Mason City.
All right. Who you got with you? Who's your sidekick?
This is Chris Bishop. He'll be playing an opening set tonight, and he also playing guitar for me on this tour.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Before he catches his bull auction in Nebraska.
Bull auction.
You got a bull auction. So let's get to know a little bit about here at the Midwest Drive with Eric Hagen. How long you been in music?
I picked up guitar when I went to college. I was homesick. I bought a crappy little guitar on eBay, I think, and learned, taught myself how to play. And over the years, just kind of got into writing music. But yeah, I started late and chose the path of being a real adult when I was going to have kids. So I didn't play music for a long time, but the last couple of years I got back into music, doing a lot more playing out live and releasing music. So.
Did you ever think you'd be doing this when you were younger?
I mean, I wanted to, yeah, but when I was playing a lot of music, and then we were going to have, my wife and I found out we were going to have our son, and I thought I should probably get a real job.
Right. You thought so, or she thought so?
Well, it was a little bit of both.
A little bit of both. Okay.
I knew it deep down, but she made sure I did the right thing.
Right.
But and I got a little more free time and settled, and now I can go out and do that kind of stuff. People do it when they're young, and then if you don't make it, if that's the only thing you got, and it doesn't pan out, then you're 30 something, and then what do you do?
Right.
So, but now when you're older, it's like, it's not as cool as when you're young, but at least you're a little more settled and can go do it for fun.
Right. Yeah. Well, then, you get girls and, girls like guys with guitars.
Yeah. I can be a chubby guy on stage, and I can, the women still like you.
Right.
If I didn't have a guitar, they'd be like, who's this fat guy trying to talk to me?
Right. Do you write? So you write all your music?
Yeah. Yeah.
And have you collaborated with anybody or wrote with anybody else at all on any songs?
Yeah, with my buddy here, Chris. And I have my own recording studio in Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin, and so I record and produce a lot of other artists too.
Sure.
So help them with their music and writing and recording, and work with a lot of people down in Nashville that I've made friends with over the last couple of years that work on a lot of my stuff.
Yeah. So, who would you like to sing with or collaborate with? If there's somebody in the Midwest area or in Nashville.
Well, I mean, my favorite artist is Jason Isbell.
Okay.
So that's probably out of the cards for me, but
yeah.
But he's probably my favorite songwriter, so it'd be awesome to work with him. But I just joined the Midwest Country Music Org, and I'll be going to the award show next month. So I'm hoping to meet some of those folks and maybe work with some of them on some stuff. A
lot of great people in the organization, a lot of great artists.
Yeah. I haven't met any of them. Well, I've met a couple of them, I guess, but not extensively. So I'm hoping to kind of work with some of those people.
And you're up for a couple of awards.
Yeah. Male Vocalist of the Year, Song of the Year for my song Accuse Me, and Americana Artist of the Year.
Okay. So Accuse Me. Tell me about that song. What's that?
Well, that song I had a chorus for it, and I finished recording with a drummer I work with. I finished recording some other songs that were going to be on the EP I just put out, and then I'm like, hey, I got this chorus, and we kind of just fleshed it out right there in the studio.
Sure.
And I normally don't do that. Everything's kind of fleshed out, but
yeah.
But it's like if Chris Stapleton recorded a Marcus King song in Stax studio in Memphis in the 60s.
Oh,
So it's got soul
Sure.
music in it, you know, a little bit of twang, but like a 60s soul, horns and backup singers and stuff. It's was totally out of the norm of my stuff, but I love the old 60s Motown stuff and R&B and soul music. You know, Sam Cooke and all those people from back in the day, and I always wanted to do that kind of stuff too. So I incorporated a little bit of that on my last EP.
when you're writing songs, do you do like a lot of real life stuff? Do you see something in the field, driving down the road? I mean, how do you come up with some of the lyrics?
A little bit of everything, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, more so these days, trying to I do a little bit more of what I see out on my travels or people I meet, you know, places that you stay, you know, and you kind of incorporate that. But you tell a story about something, and then when you kind of listen back to it, you know, you're like, well, that's kind of me.
Right.
You know, it always kind of, we're, you know, as musicians, we're pretty narcissistic. So it all ends up being about us anyway.
Right. What's easier when a song comes about? Is it easier to come up with the lyrics or the melody or the hook? Or
I usually write lyrics first.
Okay.
So it's usually like I'll hear somebody say something, or I'll read something and I'll put a little note in my phone or something, and then kind of come back to it.
Right.
And add some more words, and then I'll put some music to it. I have a song called Memories Don't Love You Back. And I heard that or saw that phrase or line or something similar to it. So I type it in the phone and then come back to it and go, okay, what could that song be about? You know?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of garbage in there too that gets deleted, but
Right. Yeah, exactly.
why did I type that in there?
Yeah. When you're driving down the road, do you listen to any music at all, or just kind of you radio's off and just driving across country?
We kind of do a little bit of both, you know, turn the music off and talk, or, you know, we listened to Charlie Crockett a lot on the ride down here yesterday. But, you know, and some other, you know, local independent artists will pop their stuff on too, see what they're up to.
Sure.
But yeah, a little bit, when you're driving 6 hours at a time, you gotta
Do something.
you gotta turn on some music and
Right.
do something.
I didn't know if you just drove around with no music and just kind of thought about different song ideas.
If I'm by myself, sometimes, yeah. Kind of depends
right.
if the mood strikes.
Have you ever had anything just pop in your head, just thinking about that by yourself?
Yeah, sometimes. I actually get a lot of ideas in the middle of the night when you're kind of like,
Oh, really?
when you're either you dream something, you know, or you're falling asleep and you kind of start getting, you know, some thoughts in your head and some ideas. The hard part about that is, though, especially when you're like sleeping and I'll dream of this stuff, and then I've lost more songs than I've been able to wake myself up out of.
Sure.
To write down.
Yeah.
You know, in your head, you're like, oh, I'll remember that in the morning, you know?
Right.
And then you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh, what was that? And you don't remember.
Don't
But
remember it.
sometimes I'm able to wake myself up and go, okay. And
You got a pad you just put it in your phone.
yeah, put it in my phone and write something in there. But
Excellent.
those are always the best, though.
Yeah.
Because you're not, you know, you're not thinking clearly.
Yeah, right.
There's no encumbrance. There's no distraction. You're just, you're kind of in twilight. You know?
Sure.
You
Sure.
can think of some better things.
Yeah. Eric Hagen, you can go check him out. It's scrolling across the bottom. Obviously, you can like, share, and follow all of his music. Eric Hagen Music on Facebook, Instagram, and on YouTube. So no TikTok.
No, man, if there's any artists watching, you know, or listening, I mean, they know there's just too much content to create. So I've got Facebook and Instagram, and try to focus on those two, and, you know, put some longer videos up on YouTube.
Sure.
But that's all I can handle.
Eric Hagen perform. How many times do you try and perform a month or throughout the year?
You know, I don't play as much as I used to, just with, you know, family and,
Sure.
you know, all that kind of stuff. But I try to take go do a little tour twice a year. And, you know, then we'll play locally, you know, up by us throughout the summer.
Okay.
You know, I'd love to go do more, but, you know, it's a young man's game too on some of that, you know.
Oh, you're not that old.
No, but man, if I was 20 something, it'd be a lot easier long drives, late nights, getting up, or
Right.
doing it all over again. These
Uh-huh.
days I can do it maybe 2 weeks and I'm ready for
A break.
I'm ready to go home and lay in my own bed.
Right, exactly. The wife's
I don't have a
calling.
cool, tour bus where I got a, nice bed in the tour bus and
Sure.
people are catering for me, and I'm not eating gas food, gas
Right.
station food.
People think it's a glamorous life for an artist.
Well, and part of that is you bring up social media and we're talking about content. Well, I mean, it's all glitz and glam when you watch somebody's reel on
Sure.
TikTok or Instagram reel, right? It's
Mhm.
you're showing everybody having a good time and it's all fun, but you don't see the 6-hour drive to the next gig. You don't see the having to set up all your gear and tearing it down and sleeping in a crappy hotel and eating bad food. And,
Yeah.
we don't show all that kind of stuff.
No, it's-
Maybe we should.
right. Yeah, exactly.
But,
Yeah. No weight rooms.
yeah. But people, like, oh man, it looks like you're having so much fun. Well, yeah, for that one hour of time.
Right.
The rest of the
Exactly.
time you're dragging your feet and
Sure. Sure.
tired and sore from sleeping on a futon in somebody's house or something.
Eric Hagen, anything else you want to share here in the Midwest Drive?
Yeah, Jen, if you're, get on there, listen to the music and help us, share. And, people ask you like, buy merch and, what can they do to help you and stuff, but sharing is the best thing,
Yeah.
going on and sharing on your social media, our content or our songs. And anybody in the Midwest, like I said, I got a studio up in Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin. It's beautiful. It's the Cape Cod of the Midwest, so if you're looking to get away and find a new place to record, we got some great facilities there. So, come visit us there and put some music together.
There you go. Eric Hagen performs across the Midwest and everywhere. So look him up today and find out where he's going to be. We got to do one more thing. Something brand new
Oh,
that I tried. And I think it's fun because right now the top score is 29.
Oh,
And that's mine.
man, I heard the top score was 15.
It was, but it got bumped up now to 29.
Oh man.
So you remember the game Bop It, right?
Vaguely.
Vaguely. Yeah. So it's a little game that you can see online here, the little Bop It. It's brand new. This is a brand new toy. And I thought, let's bring this in the studio and see who can hang on the longest, kind of like a number one song. How many weeks does Eric Hagen hang on with the
How long can we top the Bop It chart?
right? Exactly. So I thought it'd be kind of fun, right? Don't you think?
Okay.
Okay. So you
Follow
familiar? You want it? Okay. So you want Chris to do it first?
Well, let's have Chris do it first.
Chris, okay, because he's been bragging about it that he could do it.
It's
So-
funny you mentioned that because on the drive down last night, he was talking about he was the Bop It king. And I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Bop It.
Yeah. So we'll be quiet to see how that way you can hear the instructions on the twist. Okay. So Bop It.
High score 29.
Here we go.
Bop it. Twist it. Pull it. Twist it. Bop it. Twist it. Pull it.
It's like you got to hold it a certain way, maybe.
Yeah.
To,
Pull it. Twist it. Pull it. Twist it. Twist it.
It's faster.
Bop it. Bop it. Pull it. Bop it. Twist it.
I feel like it's too early in the morning for this. Oh,
Bop it. Score 18.
oh, not
18,
bad. Not bad.
Chris
Okay.
got 18. All right. All right.
Has it.
Okay. Here we,
Bebop solo.
Okay.
all right. Here we go.
My hands are sweating.
Okay.
Bop it to start.
Okay. Here we go.
He didn't say Bop It. See? He didn't say Bop It.
Bebop passing.
Oh, do it again.
Solo.
There you go. Okay. Just hit Bop It once.
High score 29.
Okay.
Bop it. Twist it. Pull it. Pull it. Bop it. Pull it. Pull it. Twist it. Bop it. Bop it. Bop it. Pull it. Twist it. Twist it. Pull it. Twist it.
Oh,
Score 15.
15. Oh, not bad.
There you
All
go. See, so there we go. So yeah, so we'll keep that in the studio, and every time we got people coming in,
I'm gonna have to find one of those. We'll bring it on the road.
right. Practice up a little bit for next time you stop by.
Well, yeah.
I've never
Yeah.
been so stressed
Just-
in my life.
Just in case we do another show somewhere, or a radio program or something, that they surprise us with Bop It.
I need a beta blocker.
A beta
My
blocker.
hands are sweating, dude. I thought it was from this cold brew coffee I was drinking, but it's from Bop It.
Bop it, yeah. So Eric, Chris, thank you guys so much for stopping by the Midwest Drive and have fun at the shows, and we'll see you at the show where we're doing the red carpet.
Yeah,
Again
we'll
this
see
year.
you at the red carpet at the CMO Awards.
CMO Awards.
April what, 12th?
April 12th is the award show.
All right.
Few tickets available, so you can still go get those as well. Just Midwest Country Organization for the link to get the tickets, and like I say, get them because they're going fast.
I saw there's only like 85% sold out already. So
And that was like a week ago.
A week ago,
or so, yeah. So could be even more or less now. So again, go check it out. So again, Eric, Chris, thank you guys so much for stopping by today.
Thank you.
all right, thanks for having us.
Windows down, you wanna get lost on the edge of town in a Chevrolet. Good Lord, everybody at the bar getting tipsy like a Mustang. One hand on them giddy up reins, hole in your heart with some good aim on a goodbye ride. There was always a long for the ride.